Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I have another layout using the Double Scoop September Studio Calco kit. This is the 11th layout using this kit and it took me an hour and 5 minutes to complete. I'm just showing you some of the stuff that I may be using. A lot of it is from the kit and I also pulled some stuff from my stash, and I'm using more and more Project Life cards in the pages just because I like them for journaling and for accents on the page. I'm trying to change it up and not always use doilies, so I'm trying to find, other things that I can use to ground my embellishment clusters. And I just showed you all the papers that I may be using in this layout. I think I basically used everything that I showed there. I'm going to use that, it's not grid, it's writing paper, I guess, as the background. And my photos of 5x7, and it is a picture of my son and my husband and holding the banner at the right after the tournament that they won there in December. And I was just really glad that I was able to take some pictures after the fact, so I just want to make sure that I document that and have it in the album, right away. And I'm not a scrapbooker that scrapbooks chronologically at all. I'm all over the place. It's whatever I feel like scrapping. And I just happened to pick up, about 300 pictures that were all recent pictures. And that's what I feel like scrapbooking right now. So all the last layouts, that's what I've been scrapping. And then I made a challenge on my Facebook group, and if you want to know more about the Facebook group, you can just look in the link down below, and we just motivate each other to get her done, just get stuff done using your stash, or if you're part of a kit club, to use your stuff from your kit. And so I'm going to use some of the letters that came in the kit, both the rubber ones and the blue aqua ones, both came in the kit. And I'm going to color in the rubber ones with a Copic marker in dark blue. And the kit also came with some glassine bags. And what I like to use those for is just to kind of tuck it in behind the pattern paper. And that's where I'm going to put a journaling card and kind of tuck away the journaling behind there. Not necessarily because it's anything, private or anything like that, but that would be a good way to do it too. If you have something that's kind of personal, you could put it in a little envelope in behind the pattern paper. But for me is mostly because I love embellishing the page, and then usually I only have a little bit left that I can journal. And not that I have, most time I don't have too much to say anyway, because I have to admit, it's not my favorite part of of a layout is to journal at all. And I know it's important, and I know it's important to put your voice in there and your feelings, and I do it. It's still not my favorite part, but I do it. Now, these were the Dear Lizzie label stickers, and I cut out the remnants. So basically, when they printed the sticker, there was a little bit that kind of went on the part where you peel off. It stays on the backing. Well, I cut around it, and I'm going to use it on the layout. And I just decided that I was going to use every little thing that I could from this layout. Now, these blue resin stars, I've been trying to use them on I don't know how many layouts, and they just don't coordinate with the blue that came in the kit. So I'm just going to take a Copic marker, and I'm just going to color them in. And I like the way that it looks. It looks sort of marbly when you look at it up close. It really looks kind of cool. So I don't mind that it's not covered perfectly, because I love that marble look. And I love taking Copic markers and just changing the color of the embellishments. So it's going to take me a few minutes because it's kind of an awkward shape and it's really difficult to, get around it and make sure that you get good coloring on it. So I'm just going to set them aside and let them dry. And now I'm going to pull out some of these stars that came in the kit. And they're just like little acetate stars, and they coordinate with the blue of that pattern paper really well. And then I want to use one of the branding strips again as sort of like the washi. Instead of using washi, I'm going to use the branding strip because, they gave us 3 washies in this month's kit, but one was very school related and I haven't used it yet. One was yellow and it doesn't coordinate with the yellow at all that came in this kit. So every time I had a yellow page, I brought it out and it just doesn't coordinate whatsoever. So I haven't used that washi tape. And there was a black and white one, and it just doesn't go with this page. So in that case, I tried to use the brand strip and try to use that instead. Because again, I'm trying to use up what came in the kit first, and then there wasn't a lot of there was no stickers, so I pulled aside these sticker book from American Craft from Amy Tangerine and Dear Lizzie. So I'm going through the stickers and seeing, anything that would coordinate. And I don't care really what the saying says because that I can always cover it up. And then I take my EK Success powder tool and take the stickiness away. So, and what I like to do is take all the embellishment and throw them in the middle of the page. And then once I feel like I have enough, then I start putting everything into clusters and using them that way. And while I'm doing that, and I don't have the question in front of me or the statement, or I think it was a question, because I mentioned on my last video that I had 10 kits that was left, and Tracy Zook said, well, why don't you just quit? I know you quit Studio Calico, but why don't you just quit all your kit clubs and just kind of get caught up? Well, when I decided that before Christmas, I knew I want to keep a kit club. I just didn't know which one I wanted. So I started the Noël Mignon and the Scraptastic. And between the 3, I knew that I was going to choose one of them. And so I decided that in January I was going to make a decision and cancel at least one of the kits. And I did. I canceled Studio Calico. And when the Noël Mignon, because I made a 6-month commitment, when that's done, I'm going to keep with Scraptastic. That's the decision that I made. And I just love scrapping with kits. It's totally changed how I scrapbook. Totally. And I've been a member of Studio Calico for 15 months. And I did about 15 months. And I did 9 kits that I fully, did over 20 pages. So I'm just 5 kits behind. But I don't mind. I'll get them used up. But I want to keep the kits going, and because one of the reasons I want the kits is that I want to get the new stuff that's out there and keep my how can I say that? The recording had stopped. I'm having a lot of problems with the recording. So what I was saying was I'm not going to stop all kits because I love working with kits, because ever since I started being part of a kit club, the production level, I guess, I'm working right now on page 200. Right tonight, I'm finishing off page 200. I started YouTube February 21st last year. We're February 16th. So basically in 1 year, I did 200 pages, and I know it's because of kits. I am, yes, I am forcing myself to use as much as I can from a kit. I don't stop a kit until I feel like I've used every single bit of pattern paper that I can. And once, excuse me, once I'm done a kit, I just kind of toss it, the papers, and just keep the embellishments. But that's the reason I think I'm getting so much done, is because I'm doing combinations of papers that I might not do otherwise, if that makes any sense. So when I was talking about the dilemma, it wasn't whether I should keep going with kits or not. It was more like which kit I should keep using, I guess. But no, I love kits. I love working with kits, and so I'll be keeping one of the subscription, and it looks like it's going to be, I think, I have 3 more months to decide, but I think it's going to be Scraptastic. So while I was saying that, I outlined all the papers and I glued them down, and that right there is a rubber eraser, I guess, and it's to take the ATG tape off, because I forgot that I had put tape down, and I wanted to put that little glassine envelope behind there. It's called an adhesive eraser, and it's just made out of almost like rubber, but it works awesome. I use it all the time, and it just takes the ATG right off and no issues whatsoever. So the card that I want to put in behind there is actually a 3x4 from the pattern paper that I cut apart, and it says, "Here's the story." So I thought it would be perfect for this layout of my husband and my son, because basically since he started hockey, my son's either been the assistant coach or the coach, and so it's something that they share and that they enjoy, doing. And my son loves that he's on the bench, and my husband loves coaching, so it's kind of something that they enjoy doing together. So I just want to kind of journal about that. And one of the Amy Tangerine chipboard letters was a big number 2, so I thought it would be kind of cool to put that on the layout. And then one of the Ellie Studios labels was just "So proud of you." And then I took one of the labels too, that was from one of the sticker sheets from my stash. And then one of the stickers from the sticker books is a heart, and I want to use that. And like I said, the stars. And there was another, what do they call, acetate. And I just cut it in a couple of pieces, and I put it in behind the layers. And I love using those Dear Lizzie stickers, like the remnants, and I just kind of made a little frame with it. So basically I cut around so that you can't see any of the white, and then right now I'm sticking it down, and it just kind of makes a little frame. And I feel like I'm really getting, a lot of this stuff done or used up. So I'm going to stick the number 2 right there, and I'm also going to stick that little arrow that says smile. So I wanted to use that heart because it was red, and the frame around the mat around the photo was red. So I wanted more red stuff. So I used that little arrow that I attached the journaling card with, and then the red heart, and then the red arrow. So that's my 3 red elements. And then I'm just going to work on some of the other clusters and work on gluing down my title. So tonight is the 16th of February, Sunday night, and I'm doing, this is like 2 voiceover extra that I'm going to have there kind of done, so that they're ready to upload, which is awesome. And I'm working on page 20, which I only have about maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and my battery died, so I had to wait for the battery to charge up again. And I thought I would do this voiceover while I waited. And I go back to work tomorrow for 4 days, and then we have a hockey tournament. But I should be able to upload videos anyway, because I have 12 layouts ahead. Yes, 12 layers ahead. So I technically could be stopping on this kit because I have 20 pages done, and that's usually what I like to do. But I was looking at the papers a while ago, and I have about 4 more pages that of combination of pattern papers that I really like. So I'm gonna be sticking with this kit for a few more days. Hopefully I have enough energy after my day shift so that I can maybe work on a layout after every day shift. And now I'm going to ball up some blue and white twine, and I'm going to put it in each of the clusters. And then I'm going to take out my Mr. Huey in 2 colors, in blue and orange, or blue and red. Blue and red. And I also added some little blue gems. That came in one of my Freckled Fawn kits. And then I glued down those little acetate stars all over too. And I just about used all the stars. And I think the battery died at this point. So I had to wait for it to charge up again. And I'm going to use some blue and red Mr. Huey. And then I'm going to show you some close-ups and also some still pictures. And in the still pictures, I like to show you each area of clusters, really close up so you can kind of see how it all got put together. So that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.